Okay, hello everyone. I'm Mario. I'm the founder and singer of Circle of Witches. We're from Italy, and we found this. We gathered this band almost in 2004. So it's been almost 18 years that we play around Italy and Europe. And we play just fucking heavy metal with some doom tones, and
Okay,
that's it.
cool. So, have you played in Sweden?
No, unfortunately, no, not yet.
Oh,
But it's one among my goals, my future goals, and my dreams because I really love your country.
yeah.
It's when I live in the southern parts of Italy. It's really hot, as you know. But we are linked in our history because one of our hugest emperor and kings, Frederick II, was coming from Sweden. And I hope that Sweden can come here in the South Italy and take everything back.
Okay.
Please, please save
Yeah,
us.
yeah. We will try. Okay, cool. So, that's cool. So, I will give you 10 or maybe little more question that your fans and my fans have typed and made.
Okay,
So I try something new today. So I let the fans decide the question.
fine, fine.
So
I'm I'm
yeah,
prepared.
yeah. So you know that can be what. Yeah, that can happen. What everything happen.
Okay, no problem. Fire on me.
Okay, then
Don't
we
worry.
go. Then we shoot. So what was the first record you buy for your own money?
My first record. Uh, you mean metal or
Yeah,
rock?
yeah.
Yeah, man, metal. I bought Ride the Lightning from Metallica, and
Yeah.
I was almost 15 years old. And
Ah,
it was maybe my first metal records,
yeah.
but my very first album I bought. I think it was Nirvana's Bleach. Yeah,
Ooh,
because I'm a grunge guy.
yeah. Nirvana is a great band because we
Yeah.
at Veckans Band Med Radio we play Nirvana very much.
For me, everything was born from Nirvana because I was a young teenager in the 1990s, in the early 90s, and so I came in contact with their music, and it was shocking to me because we live in Italy, a country totally prone to melodic music. And so when I listened to Nirvana, they really shocked my head. And so I fell in love with rock. And after Nirvana, I met Metallica, Slayer, Iron Maiden, and so on. And everything was born there. Metallica and Nirvana.
Yeah. And like you say, Metallica and Nirvana is a really great band.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, which song do you wish you have made from the big star?
Good question. Which song? Which song? Maybe Master of Puppets, of course.
Master
But
of Puppets.
yeah, but there is one song above all among my one of my favorite one from Candlemas, Your Candlemas, and it is Demon's Gate. I really love the lyrics and Messiah Marcolin's tunes of voice and the riff. It's really a great song, and maybe that is the first song I wanted to record and to write.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Cool.
Demon's Gate.
I saw Metallica live in the Big Four 2001.
Yeah.
with
Before
Slayer and Megadeth and yeah,
Anthrax.
exactly. It's a
Yeah.
great band and
Great.
great show. So, what song do you like best to play when you are on the stage as well, by yourself?
Sorry, what?
What song do you like best and play when you are on the stage well, yourself?
Among
Yeah,
our song.
yeah,
Oh, well, I enjoy to play maybe every one of my songs, but actually maybe the Oracle because it's a very intense song that I wrote in a very sad context when Lemmy, Uncle Lemmy, passed away in 2015. And that night, I was very sad. I was crying. It never happened to me to cry when someone so famous dies, but in that occasion, I was really touched by the death of Lemmy Kilmister. And my reaction to this situation was to pick up the guitar and write something. The oracle is not related to Mothred sounds and even lyrics. Not talk about the Mothred word, but it was my way out through this grief, and I was relieved after the writing of this song. And so when I play that song live on the stage, I lift up my spirits because that song can make me less heavier than I am.
yeah.
So the answer I think is the oracle.
Okay, cool. I have not checked it out that song yet, but I will do that.
Yeah, you must do.
Yeah, I think I need to do that. So, can you tell me a little more about how to record music? How the how do how do you do everything?
Okay, it's quite a normal band. We start from the some very basic guitar riff, but we don't have just one way to write our material. I can start from some lyrics, some atmospheres, or just an arpeggio, a bass line, because I play voices and even guitar, but even the bass. So it's just a matter of inspiration. Sometimes I'm having shower and start to sing with the great reverber of the bathroom, and so I get inspired. And while I'm having the shower, I repeat the melodies, the song, some phrases that I put into lyrics, and sometimes it comes so spontaneously, and but the most time I start from the guitar, the distorted or the clean guitar, and then I put them into songs in the structure. So the first phrase, then the bridge, the chorus, etc. So
Okay, cool. Then you have a lot of work to do.
yeah. But I try to put the basement of the songs by myself, and then take it to the rest of the but my bandmates, and so we arrange, we play all together, and we fixed all riffs, and so the song is ready after rehearsal. But the very first draft is by my hand.
Okay, that's awesome. So, if you can tell me what is the best concert you have ever seen?
Best concert. I saw a huge amount of concerts. Oh, maybe Slayer in 90. No, Black Sabbath. Yeah, Black Sabbath when I was in the 1998.
Okay, Black
Um,
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, yeah, here in Italy, in Milan, if I remember, yeah, in Milan, in a festival named Gods of Metal, and it was my first time with Black Sabbath, and there was Ozzy, Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, and Vinny Appice on the drums because Billy Ward had a heart stroke, so it wasn't able to play, and it was amazing because I saw them several times by YouTube videos, etc. And so for the first minutes, I cannot believe that I was watching to real Black Sabbath, and so I was really stunned. And but it was incredible. The riff, the vocals, so surreal, and it was funny because it was the 6th of June, my birthday, and it was really fucking hot that summer. And Ozzy had a water shotgun, and he sprayed water on the crowd, and I was almost in front of him. He looked at me and shot it with water, and I was like baptized by Ozzy Osbourne. And I think it was a great concert, even because I saw Pantera. It was my first and unfortunately my last time I saw Pantera. They were one of my favorite group, and so I can say, yeah, that was maybe the greatest show I saw.
I can understand that because your story is, how to say that, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the concert. So say a record that many don't think you have listened on.
A record. I can say maybe something from Merciful Fate. Yeah, Walking Diamond. Yeah. I really like Don't Break the Oath, for example. It's not a well known. Maybe. I think not so many people I know that album even is a great, very great, and maybe a masterpiece from King Diamond. But
Yeah.
I think I should advise some people, above all people that are listening to metal for the first times. I suggest to listen to "Don't Break the Oath" from Merciful Fate. Yeah.
That's cool. By the way, when you say King Diamond, I actually have talking with Snowy Show.
Yeah.
So,
It's
what what is the strangest thing you have happened in your concert?
I I was beaten with a chain because yeah,
Okay.
it was funny, hard, and painful, but it was not a great chain, but it was something like scenery from the stage. And a fan that was really raised up by our music took off my my vestment, the chain, and started to, for joking, started to hit me on the back, and it was funny, but I didn't like, because I had some bruises on my back, but yeah, it was quite strange, yeah.
It's
But
very
not,
strange.
yeah, not strange as our after concerts that they are really, we meet really a lot of strange people when we play, but
Yeah,
it's life, it's life.
yeah, that's life, and that's maybe how I say that, that's maybe you do music because it can happen something like that, and then you are
Yeah,
talking about that later.
yeah, totally, totally.
So, what can you tell about uh, the last album you released?
Oh yeah, well, our last album is was released in 2019, so it's starting to get aged, and it's called Natural Born Sinners.
Mm.
It's an album that is focused about the concept of rebellion, and talks about some figures, some characters taken from literature or history that are famous for being rebels, like Lucifer, like Anton LaVey, but also like Giordano Bruno, that was an Italian philosopher killed by the Roman Church in the 16th century. So I talk also about Spartacus, that was the slave that raised up against the Roman Empire, and so I try to speak about all those figures, both unrealistic and also realistic. I talk, for example, about people who were killed by and persecuted by Inquisition, led by the church, or about witches. I dedicated several songs in our career to witches. Our name is Circle of Witches, so we are
Okay.
really interested in that topic.
Yeah.
But and so the last album is a cornerstone in our career, because we turned it into a heavy metal with doom influences band. But at very first time, and when we gathered the band, we were a stoner rock band. We had a punk attitude, so-called punk attitude. We were really funny to see. But at a certain point, we turned it into a professional band. We had a more serious looking, and then the last metamorphosis of our sound and outfit, it was something you can see in our last album, our last chapter.
Okay. Cool.
So
Uh, uh, I think that is a cool story, and you made your music very well, and
no,
I
thank
like
you.
that thing I have from you.
Oh, thank you, Guy.
Yeah, and now we come to the last part of this interview, and that's our. We have always asking the band if the band can give a question for the next band. So, do you have any question for the other band?
Yeah, you next band. Can you think about your music as a job or just a hobby, something that you do in your free time to enjoy? You, what is music for you? A job or just a hobby?
that's a great question. And your question are, where do you see your band in 5 years?
I hope I see my band in Sweden at Sweden Rock. Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
at Veckans Band Metal Festival?
Yeah, totally.
Uh,
Yeah,
so,
I see my band touring as we will do on the next September, and because this is our main goal to play live in Europe. I really love to play abroad from Italy because Italy, yeah, it's cool, but there is not so huge crowd when you go playing somewhere. But when we just play in Switzerland, for example, Croatia, or even Spain, and even in the smallest place, there are a lot of metal kids,
yeah.
metalheads, and so it maybe it's more satisfying playing abroad for us.
Yeah, I think a lot of metal band will come to Sweden and play because of Swedish metal band are very very great.
Yeah. Totally.
So
Right.
that's what I think, but I can have wrong. So
And that's it. It's quite real. Yeah.
yeah. So, but the last question: do you want to say anything to everyone want to see this interview?
Sorry. What?
The last question: do you want to see and no? Do you want to say anything to everyone want to see this interview?
Okay. I say come to underground live concert because people in band like us need the crowd, need the audience, because without audience, without people buying CDs, merchandise, no one can turn into the next Metallica. In the next future, without new underground band that are growing up, I think we can we can't have new great big bands. So support the bands, even the smaller one, and let them grow up.